Brilliant. We'll just give it a moment more. Nicole, I can see some people joining in now. Um, just for those already joining us, thanks for joining the webinar with myself and Nicole from Shazamme. Just for everyone's reference, the session will be recorded. We'll keep everyone on mute as well. But please feel free to ask Q&A in the section dedicated on the Zoom. We'll save some time at the end to run through those with you all. Now, I might kick off, Nicole, as well. So today we're focusing on winning candidate attraction strategies that you need to know. We're here with Shazamme as well, which is great. My name's Josh McColl. I'm an account executive for Bullhorn in the APAC region. And with me, as I've touched on, Nicole Clark from Shazamme.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole, co-founder of Shazamme. Very excited to be presenting today, something I'm very passionate about, helping recruitment agencies be more successful with winning candidate attraction strategies.
Yeah, brilliant. And I think it's really important at this time where we're running a candidate short market, and I think it's something that we're seeing that businesses have really started to shift their focus. And we did our grid survey that was released earlier this year for Bullhorn, and it was no surprise that candidate acquisition and that experience that they delivered is in the top 5 priorities. And we thought having Nicole in today to talk about the websites is pretty vital, because it's often the first thing that potential candidates see of your brand. So that employer branding is key for clients, and it should be no different for agencies. It's key to help convey your brand uniquely. And the question is then, okay, but what can we do about this? And it's across 3 pillars that we really look at it is, we want you to help meet the moment. But how are you doing that? And that's empowering your candidates with a website that can enable self-service actions, allow them to work easily with you. We find things such as omni-channel communication. So text and email is important, but utilizing things on your landing page such as a chatbot can help there too. We want to then help automate that, reduce the manual activity for the team, get that more ROI per consultant, reach out to candidates at the right time and place when it makes sense. And then finally, digitize. So it's to deliver that better candidate experience. And one of the big ways that businesses are doing this is by reviewing their website. So I'll hand over to Nicole to show some of the things that she's seeing out there in the market and her customer base.
Thanks so much, Josh. And yes, look, it's so important. You need to automate as much as you can. You need to be able to analyze what you're doing to make sure it's working for your brand. And most importantly, provide that perfect candidate experience. And so a good example that we're seeing, landing pages, and here's one that Fuse recently produced. So well done, Fuse. They're really thought leaders in this space. Think about creating landing pages. Your website no longer should be a static brochure. You need to start engaging with your brand. So build a landing page. You can co-brand with a client. Fuse has chosen to have these open on their website so everyone can see it. But also we have recruitment agencies that are locking these pages down. So only the people that they give the passcode to can actually access this page. So they might reach out on LinkedIn, say, hey, Josh, seen your profile. My client would love to meet with you. You're perfect with the opportunities we've got currently running. If you'd like to know more, let me know and I'll send you the passcode. Josh gets excited because it's a secret opportunity and he can then log into this page and view it. I've got clients also creating landing pages for an opportunity specifically. So that might be a CFO role or, a higher caliber role where there might not be many people for that particular role, which is probably a lot of jobs at the moment, but you can create a whole page just for a job and use the same philosophy we just spoke about. Some recruiters are even creating these landing pages for talent. So that is to show talent that might have come across their desk, and they want to create a page about their experience and what they've done. And then they reach out to hiring managers with the same philosophy, hey, hiring manager, we've got great talent for that job. You're looking for a CFO. If you'd like to know more, here's a little snippet of what they're about, but we've created a page. So you can log in, let me know, I'll give you the passcode. And then gated content. So being able to offer information, templates, all sorts of videos, where either clients or candidates need to log in and register to view that gated content. This is all stuff that's driving great traffic to a recruitment brand. So not only landing pages are great for SEO, there's also, when we talk about SEO, there is nothing more pivotal than your job ads being optimized for SEO. And that means that the jobs need to exist on your company's brand. So not sort of go out to an external job board or to a jobs.domain or a myriad of other things that we see where the job board isn't natively inbuilt into your whole brand's ecosystem. Offers a lot of opportunities from the URL structure that you can see up the top there, where it should pull through the job details that are relevant to the search engines. And unlike every other business, recruitment is really specific, and you get these things right, it helps you be more successful. So jobs are such great things because they're like writing a new blog article. But every time you post a job ad, it should be saying to the search engines, send traffic our way because we're relevant for payroll analyst business support jobs, for instance. So make application easy, make it quick, make sure they can apply with social or with minimal information at the first instance so that you capture, especially in this candidate short market, people very quickly, and then you can ask them for more information after you receive that application. Google looks at clicks. How long are people spending on your website? Is it resulting in a click? Are they converting? So things like social sharing. Every recruiter that posts a job on a website for a recruitment brand should be socially sharing that job out to their networks. So as myself, if I was recruiting this job role, I should go and share it to my LinkedIn network just by pressing a button on the job ad. The reason it's so important to do it from the job ad on the website is that click on social is going to drive that traffic back to your website. So the more links you can get out in the World Wide Web that drive traffic back to your brand, the more kudos you're going to get from the search engines. Another missing piece we see, job alerts. The most easy, free way to get people continuing to come back to your brand is getting everyone registered for job alerts. We know that they share them with friends. We know they hardly ever delete them. So it's a good way to place someone in a job today, and then in 18 months, 2 years, when they're thinking about a new job, they remember you. And then similar jobs. If someone travels to your website from Facebook and they land on a job, it might not be perfect for them. Let them see other ones that are similar so they can continue that journey and increase the time they spend on your site and increase conversion rates. So very important. So the next one. So many times we try to educate recruiters around, if you're in an industry specific or you might be a generalist, you need to create landing pages. You need to think like a search engine for your brand. So if you're in construction, for instance, and you've only got the keyword construction on your page, that the search engine is going to be very confused. Are you building things? What sort of construction do? You need to create designated landing pages within your website environment, like we can see here, anesthetic jobs, and then we also need to stream anesthetics recruitment, emergency jobs or emergency medicine jobs, emergency medicine recruitment. And those landing pages almost create bubbles that are going to really amp up your SEO massively, that when someone's typing those keywords in, you have a job seeker stream, you have an employer stream who's looking for a recruitment agency, and you create those bubbles with the content. On the jobs stream, you have the jobs on that page, you have the information around why you're an expert at finding emergency medicine jobs for talent. You have the recruiters pulling through to that page that specialize in emergency medicine jobs, so that when the candidate has searched and found you, they land on the exact page that makes sense to them. And they straight away are like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what this company does. They don't even need to visit other areas of your site. They've got everything they need within one place. Same thing for the employers looking to engage your brand. They land there, they see the information why you're an expert at finding great talent in that sector. They can see the people they need to reach out to and blogs and anything else that's relevant. So make sure you have distinct streams. Don't just say emergency, anesthetics. That means nothing to a search engine relevant to you. It needs to be anesthetic jobs, anesthetic recruitment, and you will find that the quality of the traffic gets increased massively and your SEO score will go up.
Yeah, it's really interesting, those 2 points, Nicole. I think you've raised that candidate and client brand experience is really important, especially when they're hitting there and then going back and being like, okay, I know that brand, I know what they do. And I think that's the next piece of the puzzle really that businesses are trying to look at is what's next. And that's where we're seeing the uptake of getting the SEOs right, getting the page right, getting your landing pages right, and then adding something in that little bit of extra. And we're seeing that the chatbots there is that piece of, okay, what about the people that are coming on? They know what they're looking for, but they might need a bit of guidance, or they might need to know who to speak to, when to speak to them. And it's about adding that acceleration to the speed to hire. And it's chatbots are really helping agencies meet the need of the talent market at the moment. By the way, that digital communication tool. So it's enabling staffing agencies to actually provide a branded platform. So having a chatbot that's there, that's not just a generic one, it's branded to your agency based on the way that you need it set up. Having it access through the website, but then also mobile as well, it adds that layer of personality to that digital experience. And the candidates and clients with your agency, they'll start to have more of a dynamic response. And there's a bit more of a demand as well of what clients are needing now, by the way of portals, Nicole. And I think you've probably got a bit to say on that as well.
Yeah, definitely. And just to your chatbot point, you look at everyone communicates differently, and we are seeing a massive uptick in chatbot communication. So important to provide different avenues of conversation for people traveling to your brand online, and chatbots are definitely leading the way. So yeah, onto a new product, Client Portal. We often talk about candidate experience, and we're in a candidate short market. So, we should be talking about candidates. However, we can't forget the clients. As the economy shifts and changes, sometimes you need employers finding you. Sometimes you need candidates finding you. Sometimes you need them both finding you. So client experience hasn't really evolved very much. We've sent emails, the days of the faxes are long gone. We now send emails, we chase them up with phone calls that can obviously be quite messy and time consuming, and you miss each other. So one communication hub now for your client to be able to log into, to be able to access all the information at their fingertips that they want. The cool thing with this is being able to create client portals that are branded as your client, and that can be the colors, the images, even dropping in a video, because everything that we create now is all drag and drop. So dropping in a video and updating that video daily about what's been going on in the recruitment process for the day or the week or the month or whatever's relevant to your business, but pulling through all sorts of relevant information into a client portal so you can keep your client totally updated with what's going on with the recruitment process. Highly secure, client gets to come here, unique login, highly secure. When they log in, they can actually see who the people are looking after the recruitment process and the talent for them. We find that this is greatly increasing the speed of the approval process. And then things like, click to call your recruiter, click to email, all of that. And also, as you'll see in a sec, that this portal enables the client to be able to send or messages through to the recruiter and notes as well. So some screenshots here of, client logs in, they can see their open job orders that they've got currently with the recruitment agency. They can click on that to view, how many candidates have been submitted, how many are in the approval process, and everything else is very clear and able to be seen from here. You can view the candidate's resume, or the client can view the candidate's resume from within this area. If you don't want them viewing the resume, we often hear that people just want to show notes or the information that they've deemed relevant within this portal as well. So we can pull through those from the Bullhorn platform. And then we've got the notion of a Kanban board. So it's very easy to see who's been submitted, and all of the terminology matches your Bullhorn terminology. So you can then drag people through that approval process through to, from submitted to approved. So it allows, one place for everything that's very easy for your client to log in, see everything in front of their face, and know where they reach out and leave notes. So really good communication tool.
I think this client portal, it's sort of been asked for a while, Nicole. Definitely from just across the market, but now that it's here, it's going to shift the way, and it's going to shift that speed to higher. Definitely, it's been in demand, and I know that yours has done very well.
Yep.
I think in terms of getting something like this, like how long does it normally take to get it set up?
Yeah, so good question. So we look at the website environment is so important. First of all, just going back to the SEO and the candidate experience piece, we really look at that as the foundation. So you've got your website. The thing that's different with our client portal is it's external to sitting within Bullhorn. It's actually, that's why you can create these beautiful client experiences, because it's part of the website environment. So it enables, we get the website set up first, which is very quick and easy. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to send a client's recruitment website live, and that's with all the integrations. So we really look at, that Bullhorn Shazamme ecosystem being that full 360-degree piece where we've got all the great things, the website, your Bullhorn database, your automation, and then your chatbot technology all set up, ready to go. 3 to 4 weeks on average. And then the client portal can be being built at the same time. That one's very quick to implement. So, within the same time frame, we can usually have both of those up and running and ready to go. And just give clients and candidates that perfect experience.
Yeah. And I think that's the big thing is I think everybody, whether you're in sort of technology recruitment or being in the website provider as well, everybody's looking out there to help deliver that incredible customer experience. I think we're all here for the same reason, I guess, at the end of the day. So that's great. Look, we might open the floor now to some questions. I can see some flowing in. So I can see here, Nicole, there's one here for yourself. Is there able to add in candidate videos, or how would you approach that?
Yeah, so everything that we pull through to the client portal, so in what the client sees, would come from Bullhorn. So if there's a field with a link or anything like that, as far as sitting within Bullhorn, we can pull that field through so that they can then watch that video. If you were talking about creating landing pages, that's very easy. You can upload the video into those landing pages for the candidate that you create. But if that question was specific to the client portal, we would pull that link through from Bullhorn into the candidate's information.
Okay, yeah. I think it's interesting that you sort of just talked about the landing pages, Nicole. I saw another question. Is it the more landing pages on a website, the better? How easy are they to make?
Yeah, good question. So the first thing you need to think about is the website architecture, which is where we were talking about having that job stream and then the recruitment stream. Those pages are so important because that forms your foundation of what it is you do so that people find you in the first place, at least relevant people, and that's what we want. Landing pages, I would say create as many as you possibly can. If you can walk in to a client, an employer, and say, we believe recruitment is marketing, and if we're going to find the best talent for you, we believe we need to co-brand a landing page with you. That might be open for everyone to see from your website, or it may be hidden where you're going to reach out through LinkedIn or via email marketing to get people to click on that page and use a passcode potentially. I would say the more that you can create, the better, because then you're, opening up your opportunities to get more relevant people applying for jobs. So you wouldn't want to create them if it wasn't for any benefit. But I think, creating co-branded client pages, even if you don't want to mention the client's name, you can create a client page alluding to what that client is about without mentioning who they are. And then you can also create the candidate pages as well, where you're introducing talent to hiring managers. So I think if there's a reason for it, build as many as you can, because we know the conversion rates. And on that too, Josh, the landing pages have been very good, not only because you can create as many job boards as you want on those landing pages. So say only show finance jobs in Sydney on this landing page, or only show jobs for PwC on this page. Also ask, rather than always asking people to apply for a job, think about on these landing pages, asking the talent or the job seeker to register their interest, so that you're capturing their details. They might not yet be ready to apply, but if you're capturing their details and they're registering their interest, gives you the opportunity to then continue that conversation.
Because you'd definitely be able to use that as something of a nurture cycle, bring them in as a lead, a soft lead at the beginning, adding them in, and then taking them through a journey, which you'd use something like automation for that journey until they're ready or they're job ready, I'd imagine. Great. We have another one for yourself as well. It's about, do you have white label training video for clients so they know how to use the portal?
Good question. So part of the way that we've structured the build of everything that we've done from websites to the client portal is that we have an academy that our clients can access to learn around different opportunities with the technology and things that they can be doing. So most definitely. And then the other piece, as we continue building those out, because with client feedback, we're always adding new features and functionality. And we also have chat support, so the clients can reach out very easily through our chat to ask us any questions and get help as they need it. So yeah, lots of information there for people to access.
Oh, brilliant. And just finally, in terms of the client portal and localization, what languages do you have it available in there, Nicole?
Yeah, okay, so that's a good question. So everything that we've built has been built to be fully multilingual. So we are rolling out lots of different languages across the globe for all of our platforms, because we are finding a lot of people need dual or more than dual language. So we've got full multilingual capabilities across our platforms.
Oh, excellent. Look, I think if there's no other questions at all, I'll sort of take this last one. Oh, yep, we've got another one through for you, Nicole. So just to clarify, can we share these videos on the Academy with our own clients that we are setting up the portal for?
Oh, okay. So now I understand the question. Yeah. So what you will be able to do, so within the client's page, you will be able to put as many videos in there as you want. So that might be an introductory video that sits at the top. It might be a weekly update video. With all of our technology, the websites and the client portals, the way we've created it is you can evolve it and you just drag and drop the video widget onto the page, or you can create a total page within the client portal that might be all the learning information that you can then add as many videos as you want, blogs, all the content that's relevant to your client that you want. Yeah, so you're not limited at all. Hopefully, yeah, sorry, I sort of read that the wrong way before.
Perfect, thanks. We've got the right answer. We've hit the nail on the head, Nicole.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Hey, Josh, I'll just say one thing just for everyone who's thinking about their website. You know, I think we often get lost. People, want to have a different design and they want to be, look very different and try to do some creative things, which is all great. But I think you need to bring it back to basics. Is you need to be found by the right people. That's the most important part. You don't want to sacrifice the candidate and the client experience by creating something that's hard to use. It's the end of the day, you just need people finding you, and when they find you, they can do and find everything that they need to very easily. And that is for the job seeker, job search. Make sure they can search for a job, and that job search bar is above the fold of the bottom of the website page or the mobile. You don't want them looking around for where to go find a job. And then the other is, those landing pages are so important, because when they find you on search, you want them landing on exactly what they've just typed in, so that they think, oh my gosh, this agency is an expert in exactly what I'm looking for, whether it's a job seeker or an employer. So just think about that before you try to be, do weird things that are going to dilute your brand.
Yeah, it's this age-old saying that I think I get told probably at least once or twice a week. Don't try to boil the ocean. It's getting back to those basics, and I think the website, I highlighted it at the beginning, it's probably one of the key vital pieces for that candidate and client experience. We've got another. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say the integration. So we really look at
Yeah.
this, and this is where the Bullhorn Shazamme thing is so great, because the integrations can be as complex or as easy as you want them to be, and that doesn't take long to do because it's all already set up in the platform. But think about that 360-degree ecosystem. You need to attract people in, give them a great experience. If you're not doing that in the first place, you can't push them into your ATS. So you need to do that first, push them into your ATS, continue to market to those people, and then provide communication channels that make it easy to continue that life cycle with those people. Sorry, Josh.
Exactly. No, that's okay. We've just had a question come through for gated content, Nicole.
Yeah.
All forms can be managed. All forms can be managed by form handlers such as Pardot and or other MA tech stacks.
Yeah, so depending, and everyone's got different requirements, so it's worth a conversation around that. But we've got lots of different ways to parse, forms and data into other platforms. So it'll just depend on exactly what you need. But there'll be a way to do it, no problems at all.
Yeah, fantastic. Look, if there's no more questions, I'm conscious of the time that we've sort of set aside here today. There was a question that came through regarding the chatbot as well itself, in terms of the pricing. With that there, the chatbot's offered as part of Bullhorn Automation Enterprise. So what we'd recommend is just getting in touch with Bullhorn directly, or your Bullhorn account manager directly, I should say. That's the best way to engage in that. And speaking of Engage, Sydney's Engage is back next year. It's a little bit earlier in the year. It's in March. Super early bird tickets are on sale now. So I encourage everyone. We've got a few more days of them being on super early bird. Get them at the lowest rate possible now. Definitely head to Bullhorn's website. You'll be able to see it under the events tab as well. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nicole. I really appreciate it. It's always a great time with you.
Thanks,
whether
Josh.
in person or on a call. Excellent. And if anybody would like to get in touch, please reach out directly to Bullhorn, your account manager, and we're happy to put you in touch with Nicole as well for there.
Thanks so much.
Excellent. Thank you, Nicole. Bye, everybody.